Now that we've created our button, we need to add two properties. The first is a label for the button, telling the user what will happen when it is clicked. We'll label the button Unscramble. Next, we need to say what function will be called when the button is clicked. There is no function yet. We'll be writing one soon. Let's call it Solve. Finally, we'll pack the button in just the same way that we packed the other two widgets. Finally, we have the answer label frame, answer label, which is part of the main window, not the input frame. And this will be packed at the bottom of the window. With an anchor placing it on the left side of the window. Our GUI is complete. Now all we need is the solve function. The solve function does the same work as this bit of code here. So we'll start with this and modify it. In the original code, we got the puzzle to be solved by having the user enter it at a prompt. Now the user will put the puzzle to be solved in the input box. To get the string inside of an entry, we use the get method. This line gets the puzzle. The second one alphabetizes the letters inside it to get a key. The key is looked up, and we get one of two answers. Originally, these were simply typed in the shell window. Now, instead, we'd like them to appear within answer label. In this last line, we are done. We take a string, no answer found, and set it as the value of the text property. Here, however, we can't quite do the same thing, because what we find when we look up key in Unscramble may be a list. A list is not a string, and so we can't use it to set the text property. Instead, we'll use it to make a string, which is appropriate to be used for that purpose. We'll call the format method on a very simple pattern string that just has one blank to be filled, and we'll fill it with the string version of the list. This should be a complete program. Let's save it and run it to see if it works correctly. Here's the program. Here's one input and a correct answer. And here's another for which there is no solution. And here we have a problem. Let's look back at the program and see if we can find it. Here's where we should have set the answer to no answer found. And here's a typo. We'll save it, run it again, and run a test with a puzzle that can't be solved. Now the program is working correctly.